Hello, everybody, and welcome to AI Biz Hour with Andy and John. And today is a very, very special show. Today is our 100th episode with AI Biz Hour with Andy and John. And it's exciting because, Andy and I, we're just facilitators. The real heroes of the show are all the guests that show up and that speak and that share what they're doing with AI. And that's why people keep on showing up again and again and again. Today's show is sponsored by Virtual Synergy Inc. What if you could free up hours in your day without sacrificing productivity? Successful entrepreneurs know the secret. They delegate. If you're looking for an employee to handle your administration, there's no better employee than a virtual assistant from Virtual Synergy Inc. Virtual Synergy Inc. connects you with skilled human virtual assistants who handle your admin work, emails, and scheduling so you can focus on what truly matters, growing your business. No hiring stress, no overhead, just expert support on demand. Stop managing tasks, start leading your business. Andy, how are you doing today?
Hey, it wouldn't be the 100th show if it wasn't some funny thing going on anyway. And thanks again to our sponsor who actually created a X post and promoted our space and congratulated us. So that is super awesome. Not just a passive sponsor in the background, but actually somebody who listens, watches, and cares and is reaching out. So if you're looking for a virtual assistant, you need some extra help, please join our sponsor, Virtual Synergy. Anyway, yeah, let's get to it. We got the show going, and we're started a couple of minutes late, but hey, here we are, episode 100. Absolutely freaking amazing.
Well, I like to think that the energy about this show is what actually has been affecting X today. The excitement is palpable. There are planets moving in the cosmos. Something's happening this weekend that hasn't happened in more than 500 years with the planets aligning. And so it all converges at the tip of the spear, which today, at this time, at this moment, at this place, is on X. And it's AI Biz Hour with Andy and John. That's where everything is focusing. Right here, right now. Which is exciting. And because you know what, Andy, it's not you and I that make this show interesting and entertaining. The heroes are everybody who's here. Everybody in the audience, everybody who contributes regularly, who speaks, and even those, there's so many people here that I see again and again every day that are just listeners. And Juan Carlos is a hero amongst heroes. He's here, and I think that he might be I think there's something going on in his life. He can talk about it if he wishes. Jason created our Discord space, which there's a couple people have said finally an organized Discord server. I mean, people have been raging about it because it's done really, really well because he's sharp as a tack. Dan, who's here on a regular basis, is great to see. And Manokana is here again, who's wonderful and shows up all the time. Anna is here. Tim, been contributing like a madman, which is amazing. Nicholas, who asked to get into the Discord server. I'd like to hear from him because he said it wasn't him, but somebody else stated it was really, really great. And Nathan, it's good to see you. Of course, Kevin, who is the founder of the Startup Circle, and without him, one day I forgot to add one of these shows into the Startup Circle, and the viewership was down tremendously. It is hugely effective to be part of the Startup Circle. Hugely effective. Timo, of course, who's in Finland, where everybody's 6'5" or something. I think it's the tallest group of people in the world. Very, very funny man. Has crazy Finnish jokes. And really knows what he's doing. Shannon, who is stellar And this weekend, him and Zoo are having an amazing space that you must attend. I posted it on my account. It's, for hanging out with Shannon on this space and him talking about what he's done in his lifetime has really opened my eyes about so many things. So whatever level you're on, I cannot um, I cannot say enough about how important it is. If you're involved in business or you're at any level, I really think you all should attend Zoo and Sannon's space this weekend because it's going to be gems, huge gems. And the Yapper is here, always with a lot of energy and great follow through. And we have Andrea and many more people. Andy, it's a packed show, and I
Uh, go-
I've created the Biz AI Biz Hour family kind of thing, and so I bookmark everybody who comes by on a regular basis, contributes, or is just here. And I would like to do some major shout outs today during our show, if you think that's appropriate.
well, you know what? It's our show. It's appropriate if we say so. So that said, first of all, I'm gracious for everyone. I did want to give everyone just one little quick backstory of how we started this whole thing. Um, I started using AI about a year ago, February last year, and I tried to use it to read uh, contracts. I typically work as a management consultant and project manager and organizational consultant, and I wanted to read contracts, and so I just created a chat GPT to read a contract from my knowledge, the stuff that I actually do. And it turned into really cool. And I thought, hey, I haven't heard anybody talk. I've heard them talk about, how to do marketing material or how to, why the context window is this or which model to use. And I thought nobody's talking about how we can use this to make money or to do business or to help business people solve their problems. But I don't know enough to help. So I thought, well, the best way to do this is to start a space and just say, we're going to talk about AI in business. And then I would ask people, how are you using it? How did you use it? And then after a couple of weeks, John's like, hey, I want to do an AI space too, but I don't want to, overlap your time. And I said, oh, no, 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 no. Let's do it together. It'd be a whole lot better. And now here we are, 100 episodes in. We did the season one, 30 episodes. And then today is the 70th episode of season two. And from now on, we're just going to put a number, right? Next week will be number 101, number 102, number one. And we'll just keep track. It's a lot easier to keep track of that way than all this other stuff. But really, it was because and this is a pro tip for everybody. If you don't know something and you don't know enough people who know about the stuff that you're trying to figure out, start a space every day and say, I want to do this one thing. Come show me, come help me, come teach me. And that is literally how this whole entire thing started. And, John is just got, post chops like you can't believe. And the amazing, startup circle and all the support we've received there. So if you haven't joined the startup circle, you've got to join the startup circle. You get notified every single time anybody posts a space inside the startup circle where they tag that as part of the thing. Um, I became a moderator in the startup circle. Kevin started the whole thing with Marianne, and now Kevin and Timo and Justin and I kind of are the I don't know, first set of moderators. And then there's a bunch of other people, Netta and some other fantastic folks that are also moderators too. And we've had so many guests on the show and so many amazing things. I from the bottom of my heart, I just want to say thank you. And I'm just going to gush over all of these amazing people. I see Jessica joined. 11 Labs is so cool. And it's just so fantastic. So if you want to, John, I'm going to jump ahead of you on the agenda here, but if you want to say something about the show, if you want to say what you learned or how you benefited or what your favorite moment was, or, when did Andy say that totally stupid thing that made you laugh? Hey, please grab the mic, come on up, tell us your story, tell us how this is impacting you and helping you because it's all here for you. It's about, well, it's for us. It's about us and for us. so that we can learn about what's happening, learn how people are using it, and then just, take all of those skills, apply them to our own unique situations, and then come back and share with everybody. So, John, back to you.
Absolutely, Andy. And yeah, I was always kind of a lone wolf, and when you said, "Hey, let's do this together," I was kind of shocked. I was like, "Oh, well, this is new. Something new's happening," and I really, really appreciate it. I must say though, when it comes to hosting, I do have an unfair advantage because I was informed in another life I was an MC for a whole solar system. So, that there's that. Well, it was another.
Do news today because there have been some really kind of interesting things. Or are we just going to jump right to the hands? I see Tim had put his hand up. Anna's come up and grabbed his hand. We should get other people on the mic too. But what?
Uh,
Well, yeah, exactly. And if not, then I'm going to just start telling the worst possible jokes ever until somebody saves me and saves the rest of the audience from the barely. Okay, thank you, Tim. All right. See, I can bully people into picking up the mic.
Right? It's the power of delegation. John, Andy, you two are a class act. What you're doing for the community is just so important. And I love the levity. I love the way that you work together and just bringing in quality people to the space and to the panel. And congratulations on your 100th episode. And also, your sponsors, right? You're to be able to get a sponsor, and I think it's a testimony to your hard work. And the one of the highlight episodes was when you interviewed Jessica, actually from 11 Labs, and I learned more about the cutting edge of AI in terms of voice and obviously had a great conversation with Jessica, and it was I think it was great in terms of the questions and the back and forth, and it was very informative because at the end of the day, anyone that claims to be an AI expert on all areas of AI, that's just simply not true. AI is advancing so quickly across so many domains. I mean, if, as Martin Andreessen says, if software is eating the world, well, AI is like integrated, increasingly integrated, part and parcel with software. So if software is eating the world, and it is eating, and will continue to, as we continue to digitize our business and our personal lives.
Good.
I'll land my plane. Just give me 10 seconds. Don't run for me yet. Neda, nice to see you. All the best in your job. Congratulations on your new job. I wish you all the best. And with that, I'll land my plane.
And I love this show, and I love all of the shows that we do here. All of these sessions that we do with everybody. You're always learning. You're always learning something new. I mean, Tim is fab. So anybody that's talking about founding and financing, I love listening to you. And obviously, this room is great for AI, and all of us are building with AI, and that's only just going to be strengthened by all of us listening to each other. So I just want to say thank you. It's amazing that you're doing this. I know how hard it is to get up every single day and do this. I mean, everybody's got, a lot of things on their mind and a lot of things to do. So thank you very much, John and Andy.
I'm so excited for you guys. I haven't been able to tune in as I wanted to all the time, but I try to come in at least once or twice a week if I could. It's almost like, kids are coming home from school, and it's like that time of the day.
But I will say, like, the times that I've been able to interact with you all, it's been very helpful and very just open to share just about all of your knowledge, which is amazing. And I don't think I've ever reciprocated. So I just want to thank you for that, and, just for your value that you always bring to these shows. And whenever I do tune in, I know there's a couple of other people down below that always have so much good, just goodness. Sannon and
there's so many, like, I think, Timo. So I just,
Andrea, what was your favorite moment? What is the one thing that you learned or taken away and applied in your life?
So I've been using AI based on just listening to what you've been how you talk about it and how to use it. So I have like severe ADHD, and I mean it comes down to like what do I tackle first, even when it comes to like business or home life or kids or husband, whatever. And so I've been giving it like, here's what I need to get done today. Here's everything that I need. Here's how much time I have. I want to work out. I want to cook a good meal. I want to be able to finish a funnel for a client. So I just put all of that into the AI tool that I use, and it literally just blocks my time, and it creates that structure for me so that I don't have to spend that time thinking like, oh, here's how, what should I do first? I only have 2 hours to work on this. So I've been using it as a time management tool, and also just as like a little mini, accountability partner, if that makes sense. And it keeps me on track. I mean, I tell it what I'm eating. I'm trying to lose some weight. So I'm like, okay, here's what I ate today. Am I in my, goal for my macros and my calorie intake? And it's like, yeah, you're doing great. Here's what you need to eat later. Add some more protein or whatever. But yeah, that's and I got that from you guys. So like you guys have been like, use it for every day, not just business, but also just in your personal day to day, what needs to be done around the house. I've got to get a load of laundry in. I've got to get, something else done, before, my husband gets home from work. So those types of things, it's been so useful. And I even now, what I do is I categorize everything. I have my little folders so I can go back and have those conversations with it. Like, hey, remember, that phone call I had with my mom? Well, what nuggets can I talk about with her the next time? So I don't know if I'm giving it way too much information. And someone said, hey, you're giving that tool everything, like your whole life. I'm like, I know, but like, does it really care? So,
Well,
so yeah, so I don't know if you all thought I was information overloading my tool, my AI
Well,
tool.
You said you had ADHD, so how can you overload it with information?
But I've created a quantum AI.
oh, I made a mistake. This is our household troll. I think we're good. Did you zap the troll there, Andy? We do allow trolls for entertainment. Okay, this is pure entertainment. This is somebody who lives in there. I don't know what they do. I don't know if does he come from a family of trolls, or is he a solo troll?
You haven't made it if you don't have a troll.
The land of trolls. Yes. Well, that was. Yeah.
Okay, Andrea. Yeah, so you're worried you're filling it up with information and you're not super sure everything. Yeah, everybody has a little concern about that, but if you get, there's a totally interesting way to do that. You can create your own little LM Studio or Olama, put it on your computer. It'll run on pretty much anything that's got 8 megs of RAM, and you can kind of do the same thing, not as expansively, but it'll still give you lots of good answers. So if you're really, really worried about that, in a future episode, we'll talk about specifically loading stuff on your computer and doing it locally. And besides, Robert Scoble yesterday said that there was a model that he saw that was small and fast enough to run on a local iPhone or Android device, which that would be freaking amazing. So, okay.
Yeah, and one note on that, Andy. I was, I haven't been the wisest in my financial whatever, and so I was like, I got to sell a car and do this, that, the other thing, and I did go to Grok and I did explain it, and I was like, it was so great, like to have your own local your local agent on your computer that's sequestered and not on the internet, where you can go through on all kinds of personal stuff, I think is going to be so valuable. So, Andrea, I know that Llama, it's pretty easy to put on your computer, and that's what I would do for your own personal calendar. And if you have questions that are deeply personal information, because I was blown away, and then I had this epiphany when I woke up the next day, and I was like, I got to do that like now, because there's a lot of very kind of specific things about your life that, with that type of assistance, is huge. Like, well, what, should I do X with this amount of money, or this or that, or should I, what, blah, blah, blah. And it gives you a very well thought out assistant. And I'm just going to toot my horn, Andy, for 1 minute. On the purple pill, there's an article that I wrote about Anthropic's economic index and insights from Claude 3.7, which was an amazing article that came out yesterday. And so I wrote an article about the data that came out, and basically, it really goes to show that we're dealing with something that's almost cognitive. What's really happening, and then I had a conversation with one other person today who's been involved in manufacturing with automation, and he was saying that all the places that they brought automation to, and this was high level stuff like car manufacturing stuff, all it did was increase the pay of the people there, and no one lost the job. That is the story of the automation through manufacturing. And so, as the more we all focus this AI as a cognitive thinking tool that can work with us to solve problems, it is not going to be the job killer. That is my mission, to really put this stuff forward. So if you go to the Purple Pill, you can read the article, and I'd love to hear everybody's take on it. Sorry for taking up the air in the room, but that's that. So
it's our room, John. You can take whatever you want.
Perfect. Yeah, because I feel very strongly about that. I think it's something that we need to kind of think of and focus, and then hear stories about. You have something that has cognitive abilities. Pretty much, it can help. It will come up with an answer to a solution, and then the two of you work together. And I think that this idea that it's just going to be taking jobs, and everybody or anyone who wants to go down the rabbit hole, see what happened with automation in manufacturing, and see if it caused job loss, or it caused a higher increase in pay and job consistency. Because right now,
it definitely added a whole new industry with a whole new set of programming, a whole new set of devices and tools to automate that stuff. But yeah, you're absolutely right. Hey, let's. I don't want to bypass this. Summer had her hand up, and I went to Andrea. So let's go to Summer, and then let's get to some hands, and let's get some more speakers and hear about how this stuff has impacted your life.
Yes, hi, Andy, hi, John. I came up to say congratulations for your 100th episode. Congratulations, you really guys deserve it. And I have to say that I love the way you guys giggle within each other. It really shows that you're having fun. And so that's what I love about watching you guys and hearing you guys speak. I haven't been, like Andrea, I haven't been much around just because there's so many spaces, and I cannot be all the time on spaces because I also have to be in real life. But I try to listen afterwards as much as I can. And listening to you guys, what really helped me was that before I didn't use AI at all. And now I'm using ChatGPT every day. I mean, for many things. I don't speak to it as much. I don't have conversations as much as I used to. Right now is mainly about just clicking the microphone and asking questions. And then I actually like to read the answers sometimes more than listening to them, because I just think in another more profound way, I would say. So it really convinced me to use ChatGPT, because before I was also a little reticent. I thought maybe this is not for me. And right now I'm really into it so much, because why I'm so happy with it is because it increased my creativity. it pushed me to write. It pushed me to create images. It pushed me to do more things that I wouldn't have done. I wouldn't have released a newsletter, for instance, if it wasn't for ChatGPT, because now I can brainstorm with somebody. You don't always have somebody by your side that has your same interests, but you can talk to ChatGPT and you can brainstorm with it. And so that's the amazing thing. So the other thing that I wanted to say as well, John, I love your rants. I love when you speak about any other things. I think you should have an after show about talking about anything else. I love when you do that. And thank you so much for having me. And I hope, and I would like to end with 2 questions. So I would like to know, what can we expect for the next season? And what would be your dream guest person? So thank you so much for having me.
Andy, you want to?
I want to talk to Jensen Huang. I want to talk to the guy who runs NVIDIA. I mean, if we're gonna go for who, it's Elon Musk or Jensen. Those are the two guys I want to talk to about AI. They're the ones who are building it and doing that. I'm not sure. I mean, maybe Sam Altman at OpenAI, but there you go. There's the top 3. If we're gonna list up the top 3 people about AI, I would talk to those 3. And then, of course, what the second tier, those would be the top 3. The next 4 would be the all-in podcast. Any one of those guys. I want to talk to those guys. And then I have a list of other amazing people. We've had Robert Scoble on. I hope we've invited him. I hope he joins today. I do think he's running something else, but Alex Finn has promised to be on the show, and Scoble's going to come back. We're going to get more guests. Okay, here's what you can look forward to. First, live streams every day. Second, we're going to take the live streams and we're going to turn them into podcasts so that you can go get it on Spotify or Apple or whatever your podcast platform of choice is. We're going to transcribe it and put it on the blog, or we're going to put it on the AIBizHour. You can go, by the way, we have a website, AIBizHour.com. Go there. John's done a fantastic job setting that up. We're going to put the YouTube link, the Spotify link, and the transcription right there, right on the things. It may turn into a subscription site. So I would sign up for a newsletter. Go to John's newsletter, go to my newsletter and say, hey, if they do that, make sure that you sign up for the newsletter. It may end up being a subscription site so that if you want everything we've ever said about anything, anybody, but whatever, you can pay some amount and join the community and then get access to everything. Eventually, John and I will be monetized, and the AI Biz Hour will be monetized, and then that you can join there and get the the behind the scenes, the extra stuff. Because see, John and I have these conversations. We talk to you guys here, but while we're talking, the diplomacy filter's kind of turned on. But when it's just John and I, and trust me, we get a little spicy. It's a lot more fun and interesting.
And Andy, I just want to interrupt you for 1 minute. Our troll is patiently waiting to get back on the air. So, do you think it's time for just a little light levity he will just talk? I mean, I think he's okay. Just let's see. Can you zap the troll and okay, it's just gonna he's not going anywhere. I mean, it's just he's in a troll loop. He's in a troll loop, Andy. Imagine being in a troll loop into oblivion. Oy vey.
I made this joke a bunch of times. I think there's an agency where big faces will pay you to bring a troll on and just disrupt them so that they can pick you up and have fun with you there. So anyway, All right, let's go to the rest of the hands.
Okay.
Anyway, that's the stuff that we got coming.
Good, and the troll is still patiently waiting. So if we need him, if everybody says troll, please, we can just bring him back. He's almost like an employee. So Jason, and then Nathan. How's that?
Yeah, wanted to say congrats to the 100. I know it takes a lot of energy and dedication to make it, because probably some days you don't want to be online or have other things to do, but you're still here. So I kind of because of that, we all kind of know it's the cornerstone of here. And so what the moment I kind of hooked in and got really connected was I think it was around the launch of Grok. Up until then, I would kind of bounce in and out, not real consistently. But there was a launch there, and then I had made a comment. Umesh had jumped up, and we got it. It was like we jumped topics. I don't know. There was a string of topics, and there was probably 10 or 11 different things that we touched on and talked about, and it was really random but valuable. But it was just we got into almost like a deep dive of developer stuff, and you let it go that direction, even though a lot of the audience isn't quite ready for it, but you kind of let us go with it. So that was nice. And one thing that I like that I keep coming back to is that there's a good breadth of different types of people here. So we get a mix of investors and developers, and also people that are using AI for business. So it's kind of a melting pot to generate ideas and kind of connect with people. So that combination of things is really valuable to me, because I'm wanting to build things that are useful to people and not just a wrapper around the API. So yeah, just congrats. And then also the Discord server, we're trying to turn it into a way to really connect with people that are vetted developers. So I think we've done, and John maybe can elaborate on this. I think there's someone that's going to help build a test, and what's there now is a good public side, but we're going to make some private channels that for people that are interested in being vetted, or if you're on more of the business or investor side and you're looking to connect with people, we're trying to make it really valuable to be there versus just another place to have to check on Discord. So so drop the mic there. So.
Awesome. Yeah, I've gotten a lot of requests for people to join. People who've joined, really impressed with it. Jason's done a great job, and yes, we have someone who's going to help us. There's going to be tests. It's going to be a badge of honor if you can pass the test, because we're not just going to have anyone in there. And so for those of you that really know what you're doing and a little competitive, have some fun, and it never hurts to have kind of a vetting, hazing process, not in a bad way, in a good constructive way that really lets people's skills shine. So Nathan, how are you?
Hey, I'm doing great.
Excellent. What would you like to add to today's conversation? And thank you for being here, and thank you for being a regular contributor and attendee.
Absolutely. I just really wanted to kind of extend Jason's point. I think what makes this space so great is that its community is really a cross-pollination across all the different types of people who use AI. You've got real experts here. You've got people with business experience and finance background. You've got people who are just kind of dreaming about what can I even use this technology for. You've got people who are really interested in solving a particular business problem. You've got people who are interested in sort of the ecosystem. There's really no other place that I've found on X like that, with that kind of community. And I think that it really comes down to you guys just do a fantastic job of just always having a conversation that's, available, interesting. You guys, sometimes there's not speakers coming up, and you guys can just keep it going. I don't know how you guys do it, but it's pretty awesome. And then you often will get just incredible speakers on here too. I just want to shout out a few people who are really awesome. I absolutely love hearing from Sign-In. I definitely love, the community that is building around. I love seeing Neda and Jessica, interacting with them, and
obviously, John and Andy, you guys are fantastic as well. So I'm just really grateful for what you've built. I know it's a lot of work, and keep that community, keep it broad, because I think when you dive too deep in one direction, you really miss out on seeing the whole picture.
Thank you very much, Andy. Please.
I love it. I'm always a big picture first person. I look at, are we going the right direction? Are we going the right speed? Have we collected enough information to get us to our destination or our objective? And then I work from there backwards into, what do I need today? So as a result, today is always, the result of everything that we've done. It's not the discovery today. Right? Today is just the result of all of the plans and activities and the actions that we've taken today. And then when I'm done with this kind of stuff, I'll go do things in preparation for tomorrow, and then more stuff in preparation for next week, and more stuff in preparation for next month, which is why, I kind of feel like I'm the record player. I'm that, like when you go to the store, remember old school, when you went to the store, there's this big giant box and there's all these buttons. You push some combination of buttons and you get some answer. I feel like I'm that kind of guy. You can just go, hey, what do you think about, the Red Sox in 1934 when they made Fenway, or blah, I don't know. I'll come up with something. I'll reach back in my brain and figure out some crazy answer, but some way to connect it all together. But yeah, thank you. Appreciate that. Let's go. Let's keep it going. We got 15 minutes.
Yeah. I think we need to push people to get hands up. Also, I know everybody's concerned about this. The troll has left the room. I was hoping it would stick around and just be there whenever we needed it, but unfortunately, the troll is no longer with us today. Hopefully, they will come back. So I see that people's here. Fran's here. Your hand's not up. Sannon's here. Hand's not up. Oh, Vio, how are you doing? Please share with us. And I love your art. I really love your art.
Thanks, man. That means a lot. I really want to say that where it clicked is where I used some JavaScript to compile a plugin for Illustrator, and it was to rotate the objects on their own individual axis. If you do a rotation in a group, it rotates on like a larger, like a larger scale, and that's where it clicked. I was like, oh shit, I just did something, and it was Claude and ChatGPT, as well as the mini one. The mini one is actually fucking incredible. O3, I've got names, so he called me boy, and I just say, hey me, can you help me out with this? And that actually changed my life, I think, a little bit. So I compiled it and I got that in there from using Xcode. So that was incredible, and I'm gonna land there.
Perfect. I'm going to take some people down because some people want to come up. If you've already spoken, just get a little room. That we only need like a couple, one or two people. That would be really wonderful. But I really want to hear people who haven't spoke. And there's a lot of people. Jonathan from France. He's done great work. Timo, Kevin, please, let's we'll do some rotating, and we got 12 more minutes with Andy, so every minute counts. So, Andy, do you want to lead us?
Yeah, be sure to check out our sponsor, right? So this is the second month. We're sponsored by Virtual Synergy Inc. It's in the Jumbotron. It's also in the Purple Pill. If you need a VA, make sure you go talk to them. They'll help you out. Let's go to the hands. Let's see. We've got Dallas San. I think it was either Sannon or Yapper first. Let's go with Yapper, and then we'll go to Sannon, and then we'll go to Fran, and then we'll go to Justin or Dallas. So Yapper, Sannon, Fran, Dallas, Justin.
The Yapper, you're up.
You're up, Yap.
and please, everybody, try to stay on point. Just where where something clicked, or who spoke, and you got some wisdom that you didn't have before.
I was just going to add one thing is what Andy was saying. They already have it. Andy, it works really big in Web3. It's what they do to flood projects all the time. They actually use an AI agent. And then I just want to come up and say I came in here one day just randomly. I didn't have any friends or anything. And then I noticed that Santa was in here, and I thought he was a friend of mine, and I wasn't sure. And then I heard your conversation. I came back ever since because this is actually a space that helps people. Most spaces in this, especially in X, are about narratives, but you guys actually help the common folk and tell them what's out there and what to look for and what not to be fooled by. And that's what I wanted to give you guys flowers for, because more spaces like that need to pop up instead of just shill spaces. That's what this space has become. That's all I wanted to say. Thank you for your time, guys.
Thanks, Yapper. That's awesome. And I'm going to switch we've got just 10 minutes left. Let's go to Justin. He's on his lunch break. He just pinged me and said, hey, can I say like 2 minutes, and then we'll go to Shannon.
Yeah, thank you, Andy. Thank you, John, and congratulations. Sorry, guys, to jump the line like this, but yeah, really appreciate it. I just want to first off say it's been great collaborating with each and every one of you guys here on X on this platform, and yeah, I just want to give some shout outs to Andy and AI John for their consistency and modeling the way towards success here. It's not an easy feat here. So the value that they provide and all the great speakers they've had over these last few months it's really helped me level up my AI game, and I'm sure you guys as well. And so just want to acknowledge them. And hey, we have our sponsor, Virtual Synergy. That's amazing. The first of many sponsors, guys. Okay, the first of many. So get ready. I'm walking in downtown San Diego here, gonna grab some lunch, and I gotta get back to the office. But just wanted to congratulate you guys. I'll go back down to listener, but congratulations again, guys. And make sure you guys like and repost the space here to show support. And yeah, happy Friday, everyone. Happy Friday. Thank you.
Thanks, Justin. Appreciate the kind word. Let's go to Shannon.
Hey, John, Andy. I don't know how I'm going to pull this out without the troll. Seriously, I'm kind of infected. But the best spaces, those where I was speaking and allowing people to learn. I'm just kidding.
That's awesome.
That's what I said. I don't know how I'm going to pull it without the troll. No, just kidding. Best space. Ruben, dude. He pulled out two questions that are like breaking my brain into the pieces, like for almost a year now. How it will look, because right now everything is kind of here and there, but the true question is actually the resource, how it's going to be continuously run, and so on. Except that space, I love the one with the Harsh and Umesh, where we discussed about the capabilities and all of that stuff. And yeah, that these two, and yes, one with the Vladimir when he pulled out that metric. I still think he should push that. That's really, really important. So yeah, that's pretty much on that side. John, something you mentioned about automations and operations and stuff. That's exactly what I said the other day. Stop building toys. There's plenty of stuff in operations, and that's what people are looking for. And yeah, you two are fantastic. I love it. Like Yapper said, this is really, really terms like the trend, the I don't know, like the other spaces, and yeah, I'm seeing it heading toward the great direction, and eventually this will become something way much more serious on a level of Joe Rogan in terms of business and AI and tech in general. So thank you guys for doing a great job. Like this is really, really fucking awesome, fantastic.
Thanks, Shannon. And you know what? The best spaces are when Shannon is on. There you go. Okay, now watch this. Ready? We're going to go to Fran. Okay, now, Fran, tell us what the cool thing is. And by the way, everybody, the best spaces are when Fran is talking.
Nah, I just talk shit like Simon. Okay, guys, congratulations for the 100 spaces. It's been really awesome. And yes, as Jason was saying before, I'm gonna be the pain in the ass of everyone because I'm gonna be in charge of uh, making the tests and validating the people on the technical perspective to join the Discord channel. So everyone's gonna hate me. I know that. I don't care. I'm ready for that. I don't give a shit. So yeah, just be aware that there's not gonna be bullshit on that server, and I'm gonna make sure that only people with real knowledge is there. Of course, we are gonna. Don't worry, guys, but because I'm gonna design. Maybe I don't know what we have to still have to decide, but at least 2, 3 different levels, and we will also recognize beginners, intermediate, and advanced, or professional, whatever the names finally are. So even if you are a beginner, you will be able to join the server, but you will be there with a badge or whatever means of recognition. So so people that are interested in looking for a developer, they will know if you are a beginner, if you're intermediate, or if you are a professional or expert or whatever. So congratulations again for 100 spaces, and yes, we will be here kicking asses soon.
Thanks, Fran. And remember, the best spaces are when Fran talks. Hey, Dallas, you've got like 2 minutes before I have to leave. So what's going on, Dallas? And by the way, the best spaces are when Dallas talks.
Hey, thanks everybody. Congratulations. Just want to pass that along as well. 100 is a big number, 2 zeros, 00. And I guess to follow the prompt, what kind of stuck out or clicked or and all that good jazz was, I guess, more of a validation kind of idea or just something that locked in, so to speak, with some things that I've been building myself. I'm not sure if it was Andy, you mentioned it, or AI John said it, that, you know, these complex LLMs or LMMs have the capacity to simulate a form of cognition at some scale or some level. And it's been something that I've been researching and building frameworks for a while. And so just wanted to kind of endorse that and pass along the congratulations again, and look out for all this new technology drops and synergy connections that are, you know, bubbling up. We're moving quicker and quicker, and you know, it just like with our own cognition, things just connect sometimes.
Dallas, have you thought about creating some kind of test that can show that?
Tests. I've built some frameworks and things that it could potentially speak to a benchmark or a test or like. Yes, yeah. I've not done it yet. I'm still in the like testing phases of the frameworks that I've built that invoke some cognitive, some inklings of cognition, you could say. Some chats that kind of endorse the idea that don't that are similar to, you know, speaking with just a general chat GPT, but with a little bit more spice, let's say, or something that some spark that the, the base chat may not always you know, show on first conversation. And I've shared some things on my timeline hinting at it, but I've not.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry to interrupt you for 1 minute, Andy. Do you have to leave right at the minute?
Yeah, I got to go in just a minute. But Dallas, I love the idea of the cognition stuff. I'd love to see some tests. Just as a final thing of this, the end of this first hour here of the show. Thank you so much, everybody. It would be nothing without us. Although it would be just John and I having a conversation, but it's way more interesting that you guys have joined. Thank you so much. Cannot tell you how much we thank you. Make sure you join, or at least click on Virtual Synergy. Send them an email. Say you've got some questions. See if it might work for you. And John, I'm going to hand this back over to you. And by the way, for everybody, just to be absolutely unbelievably obvious, the very, very best spaces are the one where John talks. So thank you, John. And you guys have a great after show. Bye-bye.